Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu la ilaha illallah, ashhadu la ilaha illallah, wa ashhadu Muhammadur Rasulullah, ashhadu Muhammadur Rasulullah. Hayla salah, hayla salah, hayla falah, hayla falah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, la ilaha illallah.
La ilaha illallah.
Very good.
Al-Anam Asasa Alasim Lalum. Aliyah Lakima Alika Ali Ma'um. Welcome to Al Juma. A lot has changed since we last had Juma. And like I always do, I'm starting out with Al Cab. But today is a different day because I have learned a lot of stuff. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Iyayana al ahlala ugluhiyayat mu'u alala fa ta'awawa al-fa tu ufifin la naf'aku laha lahfa i'u hayi fa yeah. And in English, it's me and the being inside of me coming with the truth, opening up the doors, releasing the wrath at noon. Hate families, hasten with speed towards your kinfolk, this celestial being. I'm an intellectual with divine abilities to speak a perfect prayer while worshiping, sounding like music to achieve my goal. Yeah, a promise of pain, set up beautifully, divine retribution, plagues, loss of property, death, meant for the absent-minded, for forgetting SaQaa too, and the lost and confused who refuse to believe, always complaining, never agreeing on the truth, inconsistent with rituals, non-compatible, contradictive, bowing in worship with me is denied to you, along with the coming of the kingdom of the Creator and this message of comfort and reprimand. Nothing will make you give up your evil ways, just sickness, suffering, sorrow, and death, along with categorization to the people of the cave, a promise in truth agreed. People of the cave, sodomites and perverts, alcoholics and gullibles, will be cut off entirely until they adapt and fit in and qualify as soon as possible in order to be made ready by getting slimmed down, removing a little, refined with a touch of elegance, men and the women circumcised for some protection from diseases. And one brother asked me about that. I told him those are for the intelligent primates. But I would advise everybody to go look at what's going on in the world. This stuff is not going to stop until you leave our land. I had just looked at all of the news all over the world. Every place where intelligent primates have put their footprints where they don't believe are finna be wiped off the face of the earth unless they leave or submit. You had all this time to submit, so it's time to leave. And as far as the Greek culture go, I am to slay the Greek culture. And some people say, well, what is the Greek culture? Greek culture is anything you go to a coliseum, hoop and holler, for sports, singing, and your fake religious rituals. And, Mama, hand me my dictionary. The one thing about the Greek culture over here that's holding fast is Jehovah's Witnesses. Now, I have been in court before. The only time somebody need a witness is when you're guilty and you have a higher power to answer to. So, these people that come knocking on your door, they ask you to be a witness for this person, Jehovah. We're going to see why Jehovah need a witness. J-E-O. That's right, that's a J-E-O.
J-E-H.
J-E-H. Jehovah's Witness. Jehovah, God. God means as in English. The word is ansu. That's the root word. I know English like I know Arabic. A religious way. God, especially in Christianity. Translations of the Old Testament. See Tetragrammatron. From the Hebrew Tetragrammatron, YHWH, with the addition of the vowel points of Adonai. Let me read that again. Jehovah, God, especially in Christian religions of the Old Testament. See Tetragrammatron. Tetragrammatron means a festival in the summer with a language that has no weight. So right now, that says their own word means Greek. Hebrew is false. It has no weight, no substance. But it says, go to the word points of Adonai. Come on, put this on here so they can see it. Right over my finger. Y'all see that? Now we finna go to this word. So now that we know Jehovah was kind of slick, he running from the law. His name was Adonai. He switched his name to Jehovah from ducking the punishment. Now Adonai is A-D-O-N-A-I. Here we go. A-D-O-N-A-I. Well, we're going to look for a masculine Hebrew, Lord, used in Judaism as a spoken substitute for the ineffable name of God. See Tetragrammatron. Hebrew, Adonai, my Lord, Lords, from Phoenician Adon, Lord. So then you go down to the picture of this man. His name is Adonai. This is who the Jehovah's Witnesses pray to. Get all of this. When y'all get y'all time, come over here. Yes, right up in there. That's the word. I'm looking at it too. Now, when y'all get y'all on time, y'all freeze that and read it. That's Jehovah. Jehovah is a sodomite who changed his name running from the law. So what you think your punishment going to be for witnessing for a faggot? In the book of Psalms, the real book of Psalms, David, Dawood, the Zabur, sodomites are killed. When you catch a man imitating a woman, you knock the spark of life out of him. When you catch a woman looking like it take a whole team to keep her pretty, like Patti LaBelle and Beyonce, you whoop their ass and make them put some clothes on and cover their head up. And the Bible would say, if you catch a woman without a hijab on, she's supposed to shave her head. So all y'all with no hijabs on, your hair probably need to fall out. So you'll cover it up. Because you're going to be shamed. You should be shamed walking around with your head nappy anyway. But I'm supposed to be a great evangelist spreading Al-Islam. I like that. Because I like debate. And I like putting people in their place when they're wrong. Not being arrogant, but just making it right. Because that would make life for everybody so much better. That would make people stop coming to my door, knocking on the door, handing out the homosexual Jehovah's Witness cards. Because they don't know what they're doing. You're following a Greek way of life. Go study the Greeks. They're homosexuals. Everything they do is homosexual. Their first Olympics was naked. They was participating in Olympic games butt naked. In Europe, they play football naked. That's why they're being punished. They're going to be punished till they leave this earth naked. The next thing I learned while doing this is another translation. That's what I'm supposed to do, translate and clarify, make things easier for people to understand. And that's what I'm doing now. Bismillah, Rahman, Rahim. This is my banner, or the banner of Sanjaq. You read, raw, T-bad, mood raw, bad, tar T-bad, to boot, raw tea, yeah. You raw tea, tea, boo. Be the raw tea, tea. Yar talu, you the raw tea, tea, loo. Yar we at tawa, at tea, at yati, ya isu, kornita, ya us, you timu, magatim, magatim, yatuhu, mataha, yutihu, mutahat, yutihu, Yahdaru, Akbar, Bikadidir. Raya is the name of this. Behold, the truth, envision it. Envision it, foresee the future outcome. Envision it, foresee the future outcome. Envision it, foresee the future outcome. Without any facial expressions, in a steady, unwavering, unvarying tone. I'm a machine. It's self-evident. I've been arranged. It's been arranged. So get ready for your salary and regular supplies. Now put in order. Come up with a plan or system, a layout for the houses, and a complex for the orphanage organization. Acquire provisions and principles for personal conduct. Acquire land peacefully. Prescribe water as a medical prescription. Be firm, solid, unmovable, upright. You've been established and consolidated to pay off debts and loans, to distribute the wealth in portions evenly. Appoint someone and give them a salary as payment. The result will cause you to increase. Now tidy up, clean house. In order to be real organized, recite in proper order with no haste. Narrate from memory or quote how I draw water and distribute it while amazing the people. That's my way of showing gratitude instead of paying the government taxes because of their invented ranks, so they can steal natural resources protected by their invented laws. In the very near future, this will be the new fashion, regular sexual intercourse, because you know for now for sure, with a certainty, she is barren. Don't give up. There are children who need a parent. They are half orphans, who've been to at least one funeral procession for losing a parent. Go to the nearest place where they live. They are the lost and confused, who go through life as if they were lost in a maze. Make life easy for them as their facilitator over their affairs, with sufficient force and with sufficient power and force to achieve the purpose at hand. Always available and free to meet, speak with, and start relationships following a marriage ceremony to a wife. It's easy and possible. You have the power and ability to coerce, influence, and control people in political positions with the strength of electricity by transferring energy, magnified effectiveness that will last over time, indicating I'm multidimensional. That measures my worth and value. I've been preordained destiny, and fate is the will of the Creator, a divine decree. Also providing for me is divine intervention, might, power, and influence, and high position and wealth. Appreciate it. My strength made me worth it. Now, this is a heavy one. A lot of things that I translate, everything I take it to my wife first. And I always told her, I don't break women's hearts. So I don't do that. And if I can have, I've been blessed with divine intervention, and I always tell me what I want to ask for it. So as far as children, you want to have some more children. But as far as all this other stuff, today, we got a call out of the clear blue. Because the Quran told me to take all my translations and compile them into a book and get it binded. I said, okay, I've been putting it together. You know, I've been going at my pace. Somebody called today, asked where the book at. They want to talk to us about getting it published. that means all of this is finna happen just like it said. Everything been happening. Where y'all think the lightning coming from? That's in my prayers. All you gotta do is go back and look at all the Jumas that came out of this house, this masjid. Because this is the only masjid on the face of the earth. I'm the only imam. Imam means somebody that was sent back to usher in a plague, a being from the future. I know some people right here who call themselves imam don't even know how to break the word down, don't even know how to read Arabic. That's how serious this is. They all gonna be punished. I'm opening up the door to the wrath on everybody who refuse to believe. All the people who we call it 1052 in prison. All the people who out of place. You on the wrong side of the fence. It's time to go home. They say, well, how are we going to leave? Leave like you got here. Go build a boat, name yourself pilgrims and go somewhere else. Because you can't go back to Europe because they don't like y'all no more. So I don't know where y'all going to go. You got to leave Canada. Even the Alaska icebergs is making the Europeans leave from up there. They have no water and no power. They catching hell and they don't know why. And now they want somebody to feel sorry for them, but looking at them on the news. Why is this happening? What you mean, why is this happening? This is the only thing, it took all of this to make white people stop killing black people. This is what it took to make y'all take a break and acting ignorant. Drowning, flood, fire, catastrophe, diseases. But I seen a guy on the TV the other day, after all this going on, he tries to kidnap a little girl. She put slime on him. That's how he got caught and she fought back. Now you got all this going on. He got enough time to go plan a kidnapping of a girl so he can molest her and probably keep her as a hostage for a couple of years because they crazy as hell. That's why this is happening. And I done talked to people who want to be like, well, this should be like this. You can go with them. Just like when they let brothers out of slavery. People like me ran from the plantation. You had some dummies who stayed with them. Well, I'm going to stay with you because hey, I don't get along with them nowhere. You know, I'm closer to your color, so I'm going to hang out with you. That's where the problem comes in. You leave your black people and you want to go hang out with the enemy. They still looking at you like you a nigga, you just a light-skinned nigga. Like they call Arab, sand niggas. They still black. But most of them come over here and pass for white. And if anybody catching the wrath through all of this right here, is because you're not doing what you're supposed to do. We done been over doubling the tax deals. If you start by still talking about Allahu Akbar, you need to get struck by lightning. Because it's blasphemy. You can look at a tax deed and know it means double, 2 times. Don't look it up. My daughter can do it. She's 7. My mama's struggling. My wife learning. My brother Talib Dean, the Quran corrected him. I said, brother, keep reading. Just keep reading. He called me, and it was right. It made him read it right. That's what it means when it said that the angel spoils Prophet Muhammad. Spoils him and said, Iqra, read. Half y'all can't even read. But you want a position. You're teaching people falsehood. And now all of this is happening. And when I slay the Greek culture, you know who else gonna go with that? Farrakhan. Because Farrakhan joined the Greek society. And that's for all you people who joined them Greek things in college with them brands and burns on your arm. Up in there getting what? Whoopings naked to be in a Greek society, to play football. My cousin told me he did it. I don't know what's the matter with him. But this is the kind of world we live in, where all of this perverted and weirdness is accepted by everybody. And people like me, when we speak up against it, we look at like we crazy. When we go to the store, me and my wife and my daughter, we all covered up, and people walking around with all their skin showing, their hair nappy, feet looking crazy. They looking crazy. But they looking at us like we crazy. I look at them and laugh. Because they don't know the rap has been opened up on all of them. So I hope you are making salat. And I'm going to say this for the people who call me. If you do not have a salat mark on your forehead, do not call my number. I don't have no time for no disobedient nobody. I don't want to talk to nobody who will make salat. I mean that from today on. Do not call my number if you ain't got no salat mark on your head, a man in a beard. That's what we supposed to do. Don't call me with all this shaved off, looking like Farrakhan. I don't want to talk to you because you're a kufa. You don't have no salat marks. You're a kufa. Even if you got to sit in the chair to pray, you're not going to have this one, but you're going to have them on your knees because you're supposed to prostrate or get down and do something. Ain't no way in the world you're going to pray and don't have no salat marks. And the next word I translated is knowledge. Alam. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ayya, you ayinu mu'nan, you ayla, ilad, you iglulu, alilat, ya ala, ahwalin, yahli, ahli, Ali, ilala, yuyuna, mu'ahlilim, alima, alalama, ahlama, ta'ahlalama, liwa'an, lawalim, malawim, tala'um, yula'im, mulayam, yamu'uk, Yamuhu Mahu. Can't find the right method. Incapable or lacking strength. Incapable of expressing yourself. Or you just in poor health. Use your eyes to see. A well or a spring of water is a thing spies envy. But to a reverent one in the community is better than money. To these poor black servants who toiled in those intelligence primates' houses and their relatives, who were led to drink behind them and were infected with diseases and illnesses, then death. Now rise to be one of the Creator's exalted, to an excellent, lofty position, climbing like Ali ibn Abi Talib, me. Rise like yeast to a place accessible only to divine beings, where a list of mortals' deeds are kept, special knowledge with me and my family of teachers, who know how to teach the right information in order for you to learn from me, Liwa'ani, how to turn those tail-bearing intelligent primates by verbally chastising them for not agreeing to adapt and not bowing and submitting and hydrating with clean water and meeting their requirements with pure water. That would be more moderate instead of always replying with spiteful remarks, especially your women, so spiteful, hostile, while trying to be seductive at the same time. Once those habits are abandoned, we all can mix, because being hydrated and lifted up, you will be beautiful. That's a promise and truth from me, Sanjaq. See, nobody has to be punished. This word is knowledge. This is what pure knowledge is. Forget a GED. Brother want to come over here to go to school. No. I don't even like people who want to go get a GED. You want to go sit up in the class so some intelligent primates can tell you that we all came from a monkey? Come on now. Well, you want to come over here and learn the ABCs. We are Muslims, believers. I'm a true believer. I'm not a Muslim. I'm not a Christian nor a Jew. I'm a true believer in the truth. And the truth is, why would you abandon your family to come to America to get money? Why would you leave your mama and your daddy and your grandparents in another country to come over here where they don't even like your ass? Why would you come over here? And I know for a fact that when they come over here, the government is telling them they can't teach African Americans no Islam, to leave them in darkness. And they agree to it. One of them told me that. And the other ones I know, they ain't had to tell me because they don't say nothing. And they don't know nothing. When they first seen me speaking Arabic, when I was down in Hope, Arkansas, my mama was there. The man was, and I wrote his name for him in Arabic and gave it to him. He couldn't believe it. Because that's something they don't believe that we are capable of that. And I have come to the conclusion that the Africans, not all of them, but I know some of the ones in Nigeria, I'm going to say it, they think they better than us. They think they better than us on the complexion of their skin. But I can tell you this, y'all just extreme black. We all are black. But we are the middleman. We the red ones that they talk about in the Quran. The ones with that red tint. That's us. We in between the extreme black and the pale Caucasian. We the middleman. We can produce y'all, but y'all can't produce us. Y'all can't have no red skin. We ain't got the same hair as nobody. We can produce nappy head black babies. And we can produce a pale skinned baby with stringy hair almost, without mixing with a white person. We come in all colors. That's how it was made to be. That's the garden. Over here you grow tomatoes. Over here you grow carrots. Over here you grow greens. Over here you grow corn. Over here you grow red berries. Over here you grow blackberries. See what I'm saying? Everything come in different colors. But it comes from the same source. But we just can't get along. At one time, the intelligent primate was placed in the garden by Allahu, a family striving toward the one worthy of worship without stumbling. They cleaned up this primate and hydrated this monkey with water and cleaned it up. That's that white Adam in the Bible. He's not even an Adam, he's an intelligent primate. They placed him in the garden. He had all of this time. He did right. Soon as he had two sons, one was a murderer, the other one was good. The murderer lasted. That's the one we're dealing with. Every now and then you're going to find some intelligent primates who believe. Them the ones you can mix with. You can see them in Europe now, they got tans. And their women stay covered up. Them is the best ones, the ones they hate. The ones in Turkey. All of them, that's what the majority, I see them do that at in Burqa. That's how they supposed to be. That's how we all supposed to do. We supposed to try to at least follow the truth as much as possible. Because if you're being disobedient, you wake up and healed and knocked all the windows out your house or lightning and struck your car or something, you know that's part of your punishment you had coming. Because every country who I deal with on Facebook, with their imams and their masjids, all of them didn't unfriend me. A lot of them unfriended me. They in them countries catching hell right now. I was telling brothers when Ramadan come, drink some water. They don't believe. They still follow their imams. Now I'm going to read what Ramadan said. I'm going to reread. And this is why you're not having nothing happening good to y'all. And it's supposed to be. Bismillah, here, Rahman, there, Rahim. Ramadan, Rahim. Armel, Arbad, Rahman, Mahad, SaQaa, Tawaki, Madad, Allah, Madadin, Udal, we, Tadal, Wawane. Envision yourself increasing, overflowing, peaking, sounding like music, bending the wind, causing a steady like rain, containing negative charged ions, settling, producing wetlands, and growing aquatic plants like duckweeds. Envision it, aim at it, desire it, fresh water, and me moving swift with it in 5-gallon containers, giving it away for free. That's my name and signature. And the prescription from suffering and pain and agony from digesting sulfuric acid sour milk from those terrorists. Look at me with your 2 eyes. Of this reverend man, you will know water is worth more than money. Now bow and worship and avoid all liquids from these terrorists. This is concerning the truth about milk from terrorists. It's been clarified, understandable. You're illuminated enough to have numerous offspring. Now I know somebody said, why you keep calling us terrorists? Hand me that dictionary, mama. All Christians terrorists. That's what the word means. So when they say, when y'all read this, the alphabet, they say, I'm going to be fighting terrorists. I'm going to be fighting y'all. If you believe in Jesus Christ, y'all terrorists. Here go the root word right here, Greek. See how I'm going straight to that? That's how much I've been on this page. Y'all see that? Y'all freeze it and you get home. Now I'm going to read it to you. G-H-R-E-I. To rub. A derivative of ger-3. Germanic, grizz. To frighten, to grate on the mind. In Old English, grizzly. Terrifying, grizzly. Well, if it's terrifying, it comes from a terrorist. Germanic, grind, smear. In Middle Dutch, grind, grind, grind. Extended from grizz. In Greek, crime. To anoint, chrism, Christ, Christian, Christian. Christmas, Christopher. And you want to talk stuff to a Muslim and you believe in some BS like that. And if y'all got friends that believe in that stuff, leave them alone. And every Sunday, oh y'all got one more. Every Sunday we supposed to practice total confinement away from the terrorists. Yeah. Wait a minute. Be right back. That was quick. Now, the word Tawheed. This is the one I had to retranslate this morning. Tawheed. Iyayana Yetuhu wa ayuhi hida Iyayana ya tahadada Iyayana dan Mahdud. It's me and the being inside of me with the truth, opening up the doors, releasing the wrath in order to make things easy for the absent-minded and confused. I promise to reveal, inspire, insinuate for us to be separated. It's me and the being inside of me with the truth, opening the doors, opening up the wrath. In order to stay alive, strive for it. You better? It's me and the being inside of me with the truth, opening up the doors, releasing the wrath. Every Sunday, practice total confinement, hydrating for strength. It's a promise from me. Every Sunday from now on, when y'all follow Greek customs, that go for the Nation Islam people too. When y'all go have y'all little church service, all of y'all is in on this. Because the ones I know got a copy of the Kabbalah in their so-called Masajda. And a picture of the temple or the dome of the Jerusalem place where they pray at. All y'all guilty. Every Sunday. And you know how it go? I read it already. It's going to be taken out your kids. Blood wet. For all of the people that y'all done killed. Following that Greek custom. You know y'all are the ones who send their kids to the army in America. You black people. Or you who want the kids to be police. The ones that come back and get medal of honor and come back with a leg missing. Because they done took orders from the intelligent primates to go harass and oppress people like them. That's what all this is for. And most Christians know what's going on. I seen one on Facebook. He had a story about me. He right. Most people do think I'm radical. I'm not radical. I just like following truth. But total confinement. Total confinement on Sundays. Total confinement on Sundays. Don't participate in intelligent primate holidays no more. The first one's coming up, Memorial Day, before the 4th of July, that's going to be the day of the downfall. Already can't go swimming in Florida. Riptide going to take you out. Everything is going against y'all. And don't call it Mother Nature no more. It ain't no such thing as Mother Nature. It's Sanjaq, working for the one that you can't see, the uncreated one. That's why I'm here. And most people know me. They were like, well, why is Stephen that? Because I did break all of the white man's laws. I did that. I ain't never liked white people. Why am I going to follow your law? But I never broke the Creator's laws. I never bowed down to no cracker. I might have did a lot of stuff. Like I said, I broke all the white man's laws because they invented. Why not? Got my parents over here working hard as hell to pay a cracker rent who don't own nothing over here. Can't nobody answer that. I will never teach my kids to follow white people's laws right now. Why? They don't follow their own laws. They wrote you a law to follow, they break it every day. But you're a good citizen if you follow their laws. And if you don't follow their laws, they say I was the baddest person in my family. But look how the times have changed now. We don't say that no more. They say it about themselves now. Because I had some of the best behaving children in my whole family. And I done made a 360-degree turn from how I used to be. I don't break the white man's laws no more. Now I'm breaking the white man for the uncreated, for not doing right. I wanted to move down here when I was little to help them fight against the white man when I seen them spraying black people with water hoses. I asked my grandmother, what's the matter with them black people down there? They won't fight back. And she couldn't answer the question. I said, when I get older, I'm going to go down there and help my black people fight. Here I am, but I'm helping more than them. I'm helping everybody fight who's been oppressed. And it can't nothing stop it. This is preordained. It's already been written. It's already been written. It can't be stopped. That's why it's going like it is now. And every time I say, hasten towards your kinfolk with speed, y'all need to get here as soon as possible. I'm not going to lie. I'm waiting to really let loose. I'm waiting on somebody to get here. He told me he's coming, him and my man. And I got a couple more people that's coming. Because they got enough sense to hearken. I got a whole family in Michigan. Ain't nobody called me yet. And I know they see some June. They going to stay up here and catch the wrath with the crackers. Trying to get a check for drinking some dirty ass water. That's the most ignorant thing I've never heard. You going to die to get a check drinking toilet water. And if y'all think the water out the earth is the same thing, dogs don't drink clean water. If your dog drinking toilet water, that means you drink toilet water. Because dogs only drink filthy water like animals. Have you ever seen bears go kill people at the water hole so they can get some water? No. Fish don't even live in that water. Nothing live in that water. Don't nothing drink that water meant for two-legged people like us. That's it. So you need to think about that. Arkansas has been hit the hardest. All of the water in Arkansas is contaminated. I've been telling people, showing them on Google, they smart though. They drinking bottled water. All of the intelligent primates liquids have been contaminated. All of them. The medicines, the Gatorade, the flavored water, the milk, everything they sell in the store, the 7-Up, the Coke, all of that. Liquids don't supposed to have no bubbles in it. Water off Martin Luther King has no bubbles. You can shake it up and it don't have no bubbles because it has no acid. But if you still love the intelligent primates to not listen, you're going to go where they going. You're going to suffer because it's going to be an agonizing death from drinking that water. The water here the other day was stinking when it came out, but we don't do it no more. I love my household enough to go get enough water where we can take baths in it. So women, if you got a man and he ain't got enough strength or balls to get up and do that, put his ass out. If he wants y'all to still take baths in the stinking water, that's love right there. Love is when your grandkids will bring you some water because they know grandmama and them too old. I got people over, I take water to their parents. Them niggas got cars and don't take nobody nothing. I'm the only person on this block go get water. And I give it to the older people. The rest of them drink beer. I just seen one come back from the hospital yesterday. He got another beer. He's a Christian. He don't believe. So he gonna be punished. And it's not due to ignorance. Everybody on the face of the earth was created with enough intelligence to know between right and wrong. You can't never say, I don't know. That's a word. There's no word for surrender in Arabic. And so ain't no word for I don't know. With that, I'd like to end the first part of Kuba. Assalamu alaikum. Al-Alam Asasa Al-Asim Lalum. Aliyah. Lakama Alika Ali Ma'um. Welcome to the second part of Al Juma. Like I said last week, this is the first year of Divine Retribution. It's not 2021 no more. When they leave, they can take their calendar with them. They don't even count no more. We're going to go back to how it's supposed to be. And I'm going to give y'all something before we go. It's 52 weeks in a year. 52. It's 7 days in a week. That's 364. Where the hell they get 365 days from? That's how stupid people is. It's 2021? What's the year? 2021? It's 2021 extra days you added on to this year, to the time. You got to subtract all of that, then you come up with the right day, the right time. That's how dumb intelligent primates are. That's how dumb they got everybody. It's not no such thing as 24 hours in a day. It's 23 hours in a day. You can't even put the day on a watch. White people ain't that smart. That's why they do daylight savings time. Bold math. See how bad you look when you follow intelligent primates, when you sit back and look at it? They dumber than they think. They real dumb. Except for the ones who hydrate themselves, because they don't mess with them. The intelligent primates who bow and worship and meet their requirements, the crazy white people do genocide on them. They kill them. It's evident. I done seen it happen since I've been living. That Yugoslavia fought back. The Croatians, they killed all of them because they was Muslim. America sat back and watched it. Like they sat back and watched Jews do the Muslims like that. But that's when it changed. Because y'all need to give up all y'all power and step back to the side and just live your life and leave. Because right now, Joe Biden is not the president of over here. He's just in the way right now. Benjamin Netanyahu, you need to step down, my man, and get your ass back to the white people land. Instead of over there causing confusion. Because all that's going to come to an end. I've been commanded to say this. Some people like, he crazy talking about, no, I'm not. I got protection for you don't even believe in. And the people who know what's going on, they in a foreign countries because they done read and studied. They know. They happy because they know. And every time you say, Bismillah, you saying, return Sanjaq and bow and prostrate and bow and prostrate. It's set up beautifully. That's what that means. People been praying for me all this time to come back. And they ain't know what they been saying. So you can't be mad. Like I said, you're supposed to study before you pray for something. You just don't pray for stuff because you don't know what you're praying for. I am the Messiah, but I'm not finna save no Christians. You can believe that. I will help them and teach them. If they want to get right, yes. Because like I said, it's not even a word for Christian in the Quran. So right now, y'all don't even matter. The Jehovah's Witness, there ain't no word for that stuff in the Quran. The Quran is the truth. Al-Haq. None of that is in there. That's made up. And in the end, you're not going to even be remembered. Because you never stood on nothing that was worth nothing in the beginning. A tetragrammatron. Some shit you can't even spell right. Y'all thinking that means something spectacular. It means that y'all stupid. Following something, praying in a language you don't know. But everybody can be forgiven. Any sin can be forgiven except saying that there is more than one creator. That's where you go wrong at. When you get to them 2 and them 3, like them Christians, that's it. Y'all got to abandon all that, burn them Bibles up, and start prostrating. And for the Muslims who ain't turning pointing to the right Qibla yet, praying this way, y'all getting punished too. In Arabia, they going through 115 degree almost a day heat wave. I pray for rain. I'm not finna pray for no rain for them. That's what Allahu Akbar means. Akbar, that means me and my family striving toward the one worthy of worship, not stumbling by refusing to lead those in prayer, dig a well, give a water, or give them some new clothes of the people who covered up the Kaaba. That's the whole Arabian Peninsula. I ain't seen nobody stand up no time since I've been living and say, let's uncover the Kaaba and do it right. Y'all accept it. All the people that have been on Hajj all these years, y'all guilty too. Y'all accepted it and kept going like that's the right thing. What kind of sense do it make to pray to a building covered up, nobody living there, and the grass won't grow. And you ain't got no water to make wudu. How in the hell is that a masjid? But y'all covered it up. The men over there holding hands, being gay, that's where lots are lived at. Over there in Medina, ain't no such place as Sodom and Gomorrah. Open up that Quran. That's Medina. Them is their ancestors. That's why they live that life. Sodomites. Come over here. Sodomites. Open up tobacco shop. Selling us beer. Sodomites. No beard, no mustache. Curly hair, trying to look pretty. Sodomites. And you wonder why don't nobody want to pray toward that way no more. Y'all punishment just begun. Because y'all still refuse to believe and accept what's true. With your Arab Spring, y'all need to do like these people over here. When they leave, go back to Arabia. Because you're not from this land either. And you ain't come over here to fit in with us. You came over here to oppress us. So press on. Al alam asasa ala sem lalum aliyah lakana alika ali ma'um. That's in Al June.